Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Sound Family Dwelling. I'm your co-host, Chris Angel, and I'm here with your host, Mark Jacobson. Mark, hello, sir. We're talking about sellers today.
Yeah. Hi, Chris. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I wanted to do an episode about selling your home. We've talked a lot about various things, the loan process.
Yep.
We've talked about, recently title and escrow. We've had Sean Reed on as the lender talking about some loan programs and credit and things. It seems like a lot of it is, a lot of it's to sellers, but a lot of it seems to be to buyers. I want to address one to sellers now.
Yeah,
What
this is really
you do to get
keep
ready to sell your home. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I wanted to say it's common for a homeowner to be like, okay, they'll put off contacting an agent until they're like, okay, well now we're ready, and then they in their mind, their time frame is like maybe a couple weeks to a month. And there's a lot of times there's more work that should have been done to get the house really ready to get the most value out of it when they go to sell. And I think they don't do enough of what you're going to share today to get the most out of when they sell.
Yeah.
They wait too long.
I've got a list of 5 things that I want to address when getting ready to sell your home.
Yeah. Perfect. Hit me with number one.
Yeah, let's just go through the list. I'm going to put my eyes on first.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I think this is probably the most important. And especially if you're going to continue living in your home while you're trying to sell it. Now, if you're going to vacate your home, if you're already moving out, this won't apply as much, although it will apply more so for the exterior of your home. Or if you're, going to use your garage as a storage area, which a lot of people do. Their house is vacant, but they've got a bunch of this stuff in the garage. Anyway, it's want to familiarize yourself with the letter D now. D. There are 2 Ds.
Okay.
Declutter and depersonalize. So the first thing that you should think of when getting your home ready to sell is to declutter. Get rid of all the extraneous items lying around your home and your yard that are not necessary for just basic living.
Right.
Now, you're getting ready to leave the home anyway. You're going to move.
Yeah.
So, those special artifacts and very meaningful paintings and pictures and sculptures and stuff, you're getting ready to move. It's probably a better idea to sort of get that stuff out, to open up the space as much as possible so that when home buyers come to view your home, they have more of an open feel in your home to experience the home.
Yeah.
So they can visualize themselves there rather than seeing what your life is all about.
I think clutter, it's funny about clutter because it's one of those things that creeps into your life and then you stop noticing it as clutter and but like if you had a fresh pair of eyes come in, like things would be more cluttered than maybe you realize.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So anyway, you'll hear it a lot when you talk to other people in the industry, other agents, other brokers as well. Everybody wants to emphasize, make sure you declutter your home.
Yep.
Just get it down to the very basics. And that includes depersonalizing it as well. You'll want to take down the majority, if not all, of your personal family pictures off the walls. And a lot of that has to do with one of the other items we'll get to here in a minute. But get rid of those things or, start boxing that stuff up.
Yeah.
And anyway, it just makes your home look a lot nicer for a home buyer to come in.
Right.
A lot of people, you'd be surprised when I take home buyers out to look at homes. A lot of people cannot sometimes look past what's sitting there in the room.
Yep.
They can't visualize. So you might go into, for example, it's a bedroom. It's got a closet. It's got windows and everything. But the person the current homeowner is using it as an office. There are some people that can't say anything more than, oh, this is an office. Right. They have a hard time visualizing it as a bedroom.
Yeah.
there's one such case where it was being a particular bedroom was being used as a workout room. Well, to that particular buyer that I was working with at the time, this was many years ago, that was the workout room. They couldn't get it in their head that that was a bedroom. It was a workout room.
Got it.
So anyway, the more you help home buyers know or see what the home actually is, the better. So
good.
Declutter as much as possible.
Okay.
Okay. Next item. Small repairs. Do those small repairs. Now is the time to do those things.
Yep.
The light switch covers, fixtures, holes in the wall,
oh man.
And leaky faucets, things like that. Chips in your railing, things like that. Now's the time to do those small repairs. If you got larger repairs too and you can do it, do those definitely, because those could come up easily on an inspection. But
that includes things too, Mark, like cleaning, right? Like would cleaning fit in there? Because like there are some, there are some, the cold air return for the HVAC system, like it tends to get like dust bunnies. And then sometimes if you have ceiling fans, those can get like, there's stuff just like clutter, like small repairs kind of accumulate and grow over time. And I think there's more small repairs that need to happen and cleaning than we realize.
Yeah. And I would associate the cleaning portion of it with the whole declutter thing.
Okay.
Yeah, very much so. And again, around the small repairs, declutter, make sure you're keeping your home as clean as possible. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. All right. Got it. So give me some more examples, like inside, outside. You talked about things in your railing and doors and like, what about outside the house.
Yeah. So outside, gate latches. So if you got a gate, you're so used to it, you come home and you have to do this and that to get your gate shut.
Totally have that
make
right
it easy, just repair the gate latch.
Porch
lights, porch railings, your steps, all those things that might have some work that need to be done. Now's the time to do that work.
Got it.
I think it's always a good idea to paint porches and porch railings or restain them, because that's really outside of when somebody drives up to your home and sees it from the street. That's the first thing that they actually tangibly encounter is your front porch. So make that look as nice as possible through a good new paint job, which leads to the next one, which is painting. A lot of people ask me, okay, well, what should we do to the home itself as far as making it look nice? They're just the physical aspect of the home.
Right.
And they ask, should we paint? And my answer is always, well, I think you should if you can. But unless you're able to repaint the entire interior of your home, if you can't do that, at least paint the main areas. The very first room that the person walks into will be the most important. Your entryway, and for most people, that's an entryway and or a living room or family room and possibly a kitchen. So I would say paint the main rooms for sure if you can, a new fresh coat of paint. Now, if you painted it in the last year, you're probably fine. Right. Probably just need to kind of clean the walls a little bit. But if it's been a while, it's always a good idea. And painting is, it's not that expensive to do.
What if they have like wild colors on the walls? Is that okay to leave, or should we paint over wild colors? Like,
that can be helpful and that can be a distraction as well. I look at those as, bold colors. If you've got a lot of real decorative colors in those main rooms, and again, this actually goes back to, well, what color should you paint it? White. Or slightly off-white, just something totally neutral. So people can go in and go, okay, here's the room. And then they start thinking, what color would we want it? But if they go in there and it's a really bold maroon or red or something like that, that could be really beautiful. Maybe that does attract a lot of people, and it can. And I wouldn't say that that's a deal killer at all to leave it like that.
Yeah.
But it gets it in their head. Okay, again, like from the previous example of stuff in the room,
Right.
color in the room. Oh, gosh, there will be people that literally will say, I don't know if I want a red wall dining room. Not even,
Right. Right.
they're not even subconsciously or consciously thinking it. It's more of a subconscious
Mm.
thing where they're going, I don't know, I think I can deal with a red.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, no, wait a minute, you can change it. You can
paint it. Right. Right.
you
Yeah.
can paint it. So anyway, we're talking about psychology here, really. This is all psychological stuff.
Yeah.
So
we used to say paint is like worth $20 in the gallon and thousands of dollars on the wall. Like that. It doesn't cost much. It's one of the things you can do that doesn't cost a lot of money, but has a huge benefit in perceived value. So
right. And this is really all about return on investment.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
What can you do to get the most bang for your buck? Declutter, depersonalize. That's really cheap. That just takes a lot of time.
Yep.
And do the small repairs. Most of those are relatively cheap.
Right.
But they're going to make a huge impression.
Mm-hmm.
Painting, pretty cheap.
Yep.
Does take some work and time, but the return on investment of that is big. Now let's talk a little bit about remodeling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is where your return on investment becomes a little more unknown or iffy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
My rule of thumb is that you don't, if you're getting ready to sell your home now, if you want to sell your home, in the next few months, remodeling is probably not a great idea. I'm not talking about replacing a faucet. I'm not talking about even replacing a sink. I'm talking about a full kitchen remodel or a full bathroom remodel. If you're getting ready to sell it in the near future, meaning in the immediate future,
right?
You're either going to lose money on that remodel, you're not going to get back in the market what you paid to do it,
right?
Or you're probably going to break even. It's going to be either one of those two. Now, where remodeling can be a benefit is if you're still going to live in the home for at least a year, or two. So in other words, you go, okay, well, we are going to sell our home 2 years from now because we're getting ready to go do this other thing in our life or whatever. Then a major remodel like a kitchen or a bathroom or something like that, that can give you a really good return on your investment. But more immediate, it's a real unknown. I do not recommend doing remodels just to get it ready to sell in a month.
We, again, big remodels, like they're a big question mark, and they also they don't always go according to schedule. So sometimes those things can get pushed, which if you were trying to sell by a certain time, that can affect that. Like there's a lot of unknowns that happen if you're trying to remodel close to selling.
And they don't always go according to budget.
So,
you tear the counters off and all of a sudden you find that you've got a huge other problem that you're going to have to deal with. So anyway,
so true. That's good. So we've got, and in that, I don't know if you want to jump to number 5. I was like thinking about remodeling and then I just went to number 5 because it feels similar, but tell me about your thoughts on landscaping. Like,
sure. Yeah. The fifth one is on landscaping. Again, don't do any big changes to your yard. Just to get it ready. That's a secondary thing for most people, as far as when they're out. Well, that's probably not the best way to put that. People are out mainly looking for a home. Yes, they are going to look at your yard, but don't do any big landscaping changes. Just landscape your yard, as in maintain it, make it look nice and well groomed.
Sure.
But again, you're not going to get a return on your investment to do a major landscaping change, putting in big rockery or underground water sprinkler system or anything like that. Again, if you're going to live there for another year or two, go for it, because it's still something for you to enjoy. But I think the main thing is just to make sure that your yard looks nice and it's weeded.
Yeah.
Well groomed. Now, you know, if you want to, you know, in the area I live in, it's really popular to lay bark down in the flower beds and, you know, in the non-grass areas.
Yep.
You know, so doing stuff like that is fine. Small gravel in certain areas.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
In fact, a few years ago, I had a guy who his backyard was kind of just, I want to say it was kind of a muddy mess just right outside his backyard or his back door.
Yeah.
So what he did is he got a bunch of small gravel and laid it down, and it was beautiful. It made it look like a nice little back porch.
Wow.
Or,
Nice.
or a back courtyard, rather.
Yeah.
He put some chairs out there and a nice table, and it looked great.
Wow.
So, you know, that really worked well for him.
Yeah.
And then if you have animals, like, you know, especially dogs, be very, very vigilant about cleaning up after your pets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last thing you want is somebody coming over and to look at your home and they step in something that they didn't want to, and then they're all mad, or maybe they didn't notice and then it gets tracked into your house. And the next person that comes over walks into a really
snowball.
Unpleasant
it's a snowball. Yeah. Absolutely.
So be diligent about cleaning up after your pets. But yeah, now along with the landscaping and things outside, people ask me about fences. Should I put up a fence? No, don't put up a fence. If you have a really dilapidated fence, you might consider fixing that fence or replacing the fence. But fences can be really expensive.
Yeah.
So you want to be careful with that.
Even just a new coat of paint or a new stain or something can freshen it up without having to replace it.
Yeah. That can make a difference, because, you know, somebody might come in and they'll go, yeah, we need a new fence and we're going to put a new fence in, and they'll make that determination as to, you know, how they want to put their offer together. So
that's good.
Anyway, those are the main things that I would tell someone when they're getting ready to sell a home. There's a lot of other information out there that people can look up on getting ready to sell their home. But those are the main things that I would tell all of my sellers. This is what you need to concentrate on.
Yep. I like that. When you, when people reach out to you for a listing consultation, to come out and consult them around what their house needs and what, you know, what can it get to sell? Like, do you do complimentary walkthroughs and complimentary market evaluation?
Definitely. Oh yeah, that's what we do initially. It's all complimentary. It's all initial. Hey, let's check this out and see where we're at.
Perfect.
You know?
So perfect. So if you guys listening to this want Mark to come out, do a complimentary walkthrough, kind of give you some advice, some tips on what to do with your house, as well as a market evaluation, which I think is important. Listen, especially the way that Puget Sound has been with appreciation. Like, you know, if you bought that house even just 3 years ago or longer, like, you may be sitting on a lot of equity that you may want to reuse for moving up or doing something else with. So definitely reach out to Mark for a home evaluation as well.
Yeah, you can find me. Again, I have a new website now for Sound Family Dwelling. It's soundfamilydwelling.com.
Perfect.
You can reach me there. You can email me directly at soundfamilydwelling@gmail.com or seattlehomes2010@gmail.com.
Perfect.
So reach out to me. I'll even send you this list if you want a reminder.
Perfect. Yeah, good stuff, Mark. Thank you for bringing us great content on the show. And I think it's a good service for the Puget Sound overall, Puget Sound homeowners and future homeowners. So thank you. Awesome. And it's been great. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Chris.
See you
later.